Hello everyone and welcome back to Nightingale Plays Factorio, Mercantilism and Misanthropy. So I've got the unload on this train all figured out. I'm actually missing some combinators, but I'm also missing titanium and nitinol, so that's fine. But there is a problem. First I'll show you what I've got for the signaling. So I'll just show you one column. Every column is the same for a different resource. So this has got iron plate less than signal train at station. Now, why the heck would I do that? So initially I had this as iron plate equals 0. So we'll go back to that. So iron plate equals 0, and then iron plate less than 8K. So this one is hooked up to green. So this is what's in the train. Right? Maybe? Input signals, 0 iron. Yeah, so this is saying there's 0 iron in the train. So if there's, just pretend this is equal to 0 for now. So if there's 0 iron in the train, output a 1. This is hooked up to this other green, which is these guys here. So this is the chests. So it's getting an input signal of 8. So if iron plate is less than 8, output a 1, meaning if these chests aren't full, so it's 4 chests, 1, 2, 3, 4, times 10 times 200 is 8K. So if the chests aren't full, output a 1. This says if the number of yellow signals, these two just get added together. If the number of yellow signals is 2, output a green. Green means go. So any of these are outputting a green on the red wire, which goes to the lamp. And, oh, nope. Let Factorio crash for a second there. Alright, so if green is greater than 0, then go. And right now the lamp is off, so the signal's not working. Okay, now this train stop bit. So initially what I had is this was iron plate equal to 0. And so what would happen is the train would pull up, and the old value of this signal when there wasn't a train at the station would get output, and it would just immediately leave. So it would go, would pick stuff up, it would get full, then it would come, it would stop here for half a second, then just keep going and just do this stupid cycle. So I changed this to iron plate less than number of trains at the station, I think. Or no, just 1 or 0 is a train at the station. So if the number of trains, or if there is no train, this is a 0, this is going to be false. So when the train goes away, this is going to return false. But when the train comes, these two signals are going to change at the same time, and it will initially be false versus being true as soon as the train comes in. The train does its check and just leaves. So that's why I had to do this goofy thing. Now, there is another problem though. So let's, so there's no iron in here. So let's just take a little bit of iron, and that's going to cause the train to run away. So the train is happily chugging along down to warehouse metals. I'll be there in just a second. Now, I wish I had some lights or was doing this in the day, but you can see these chests, I've only got 3 inserters moving. Because every single friggin' one of them otherwise, and still got the same problem with the last row, but every one of them otherwise is just stuck with a stupid gear in their hands. So this is one of those is a bug, not a bug, maybe a bug things on the Factorio forum. So I don't know if they consider this a bug. I don't know if it's fixed in 0.13. I think it's one of those things where it's just not considered a bug. But it makes this setup just impractical. I mean, this will get cleared up the next time some train comes along that needs gears, but then it'll get stuck on the gears again, or it'll get stuck on something else. So this setup that I've got here is basically just, it's not going to work. So I'm going to revert this to having like an iron chest, a copper chest, steel chest, etc., etc. So I'll have to figure out the numbers for this, and I might have to change, because I mean, you look how many filters I've got. I've got, well, can't anymore, but I've got a lot of filters on there. So I might actually break up the warehouse metals into 2 groups. So yeah, let's do that now. All right, so the other thing I noticed is this iron goods train is just stuck. He comes, He has nothing to drop off. He stays for a couple seconds and he buggers off and he keeps doing the loop. So he's messed up as well. But so another thing I'm going to have to fix. So I just disconnected. So now we're not getting any green signals anymore because we're going to come over here. We're going to grab our active providers and we're going to go like that and like that, and the robots are going to come have fun. Come on, robots, clean it all out. There we go. How many robots we got working? About 1,000 now. So we're just going to move it all over to these chests. And once they start getting cleaned out, I will replace them with blue chests, clear out the filters, and start over. So yeah, as much fun as it is to watch these robots, let's skip to that. Okay, so robots are done their thing, and we've got empty chests, no filters. So let's give this some thought. So let's just do this one iron, and how much iron can one chest? So iron stacks at 200. So if I do 2 times, that's 1 times 10, so that's 2,000, 4, 6, 8,000, plus another odd 8 times 200, 1,600. So it's 96. So if we request to 9,600 iron, so how much was our 23? We were doing 30, about 30k. So I think for iron, copper, and gears, we'll do a full 4 chests. So each of you, you'll do 9,600. So you will be, no, you'll be copper. You, I should never have done. So your iron, your copper at 9,600. You're also copper because I want to change you to gears. And I'm trying to get that 9,600 to stay, except gears is going to be half, it's 4,800. So gears, I just need so many friggin' gears. I'm tempted to do 2 of gears. That'll be 8 gears. Yeah, that's a lot of gears, but there are some things that just use a crazy amount of gears. So let's go for it. Okay, next will be steel. 600. And then this will be copper. 600. I did do steel right, yeah. Steel default's 200. Alright, so that's some of our basic stuff. Now if I also have, okay, so let's get rid of this last row because we know that's going to be problematic. I don't want to even use them. Make sure we're still getting all our signals. It's all propagating somehow. Yeah, they're all pretty well connected. So this chest I can recover. Oh, I was going to say I could recover by putting the pole there, but that won't work. What do I need for the next level of poles? Electric poles too. Titanium and insulated wire. So no titanium, so that's... what about substations? Substation would probably work here. Copper, steel, yeah. Let's research substations and see if maybe that'll work better. Alright, so within the same car as iron, we've got gears, steel. So let's move the copper to this end. So here we'll do the steel components. So that is steel gear wheels. 4,800 is one full chest. And steel bearings. 4,800 is one full chest there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one full train car is right here. So we've got room. So you know what? Bearings, steel bearings, I think I don't need quite as much. So steel is going to copy all the way down. Gears is going to copy all the way down. I misclicked one gears. Hopefully the inserters, the robots don't pick up on that. Okay, so then we'll do titanium. Where is titanium? 9600. Or should I move? Let's actually move titanium over. Just thinking of that, I want to be able to spread it out in the train car that's going up north. Because that's the other thing, is that the front car is going to be dedicated to iron. So if I want iron and copper, then I would get basically iron's going to be in the front, copper's going to be in the back. So I have to sort of be a bit careful about how I spread this stuff out. So we've got copper here. So let's do titanium. So we've got copper, one full row. Titanium, one full row. And then titanium products would be in here. Titanium gear wheels, 800. And then titanium bearings, 4,800. All right, on this side, well, let's also do nitinol then. So we've got, let's do nitinol up here, say. So, here's metals. Nitinol is this one. It's 9,600. I don't think I need that much nitinol. And you know what? I don't think I need that much titanium either. So let's do titanium stuff here, nitinol stuff here. So this will be the nitinol gear wheels at 4,800. It's this one. This will be the nitinol bearings, again at 4,800. Okay, so what do we got? We got 6 plus 5 chests there. So definitely not enough to do all the metals. So at this point, I'm going to have to be choosy. In fact, I may even drop copper and have another train. Metals 2, which is more coppery stuff. Okay, I think we want to get all the bearings and things like that into this one. So let's do that. So tungsten, titanium, steel, nitinol. So we need brass and tungsten. So let's do brass on this side, tungsten over here. So that means we need brass, the metal up here. It's 9,600. And I'm going to go with a minimum of 2 chests for everything. Just because I want to help with insert speed. Ceramic is not brass, so there is no brass bearings. So why don't we do brass up here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ah, no, that's the line. So brass is the last here, so we'll do the brass gears down here. Now we've got these 4. So what goes into a ceramic bearing again? Alright, they're silicone based. Pipes, I'm going to not do here. Pipes will be its own thing. I'll call it logistics maybe. So this will be ceramic. Then we got tungsten. So let's do tungsten gear wheels and actual tungsten. Actual tungsten is going to be 9600. Okay, then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Did I miscount? Ah, okay. So four and 4. So this has like full set night. So I actually missed one. So you actually do have another one available to you. I think what I want to do is move this over, although I really want to see if the substation is going to help. So I'm just going to wait a second here. Come on, finish. Yeah, I also put lights down. All right, substation. Can't build it. Need copper. Ugh. All right, I'll be back with copper. So we will need to make copper mining a priority pretty darn quick here, because as you can see, I am pretty much out of copper here. So let's do what we can to... okay, so what is the purpose of this? This is to get this to here. That does not need to be like that anymore. Fine. Guess that's why it moved down. One here. One here. Alright, so that's all going to end up on the one side, which is fine. Let's just do that thing. This is gone. Let's go there. And there we go. We're going to clean this copper out real good. Alright, hey, I can build 2 substations. So I'm going to need more than 2. 4. Let's go with 4. Alright, so I'm going to bring this up and see if that's enough. Okay, excellent. So the substation gives just the right amount of range for me to reclaim this one spot of chests. So that'll help a little bit. Oh, right. Okay, well, we know we're not going to have pipes, so let's do that. So we got our fast long inserter. Point them into the train this time. And throw a blue chest here and here. Okay, so you are at the center point, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So I can use this as my guide. So brass, and here are my brass gears. So let's move brass gears up here. Empty these out. So now we've got tungsten, tungsten. So I could put the ceramic. I'm also going to put the tungsten copper, because, hey, why not? It's tungsten and copper. It sort of makes sense beside tungsten to me. And our last bearing is the ceramic bearing, which I didn't set the number for, 4800. Okay, so how are we looking for intermediate products? Intermediate products. So we've got all our bearings taken care of. I don't care about this. This will definitely be elsewhere. So will this. So with batteries, polishing mills. Okay, I think we're good for intermediate products. So I just have a whole lot of metals missing. So I want to take stuff that I'm going to need with iron, and if I keep copper, with copper as well. So this is going to be alloy stuff. So zinc. You know what? I'm going to go quickly look up. I won't be showing you this, but I'm going to the factorio.rotol, ROTOL.me site, which is an absolutely fantastic site. which has a whole ton of Factorio data. Okay, so I found nickel first. So before we do zinc, let's do nickel. So nickel, 9600. So nickel you use to make tungsten, nitinol, advanced lead processing, Invar. Okay, so we got tungsten, we've got nitinol, we need lead and Invar in this. Actually, do we need lead and Invar? No, it's the other way. It is used with powdered tungsten, so yeah, just basic tungsten processing. It's used with titanium to make nitinol, so we got titanium. It is used with carbon, lead oxide, that's fine. Iron, we've got gold. That's for RoboCore. I just want the alloy train to be able to source from only one area, which will be this one. Okay, so for nickel, we're good. So nickel and zinc. So zinc you use with copper to make brass. You do it with tin and copper to make gunmetal. So, okay, so zinc, I think we're good. There's zinc. Or that was nickel. This will be zinc. We'll get our two tin, our two electronic metals that we need first, which is tin and lead. I'm going to put this in the clipboard. Go a little bit faster. All right, so we got tin and lead. So should we just start going down the line now? Silver, gold, lithium. Yeah, might as well silver. Oh, did I just overwrite? No. Silver, gold. And that's it. We're out of space. So things that are missing are silicon, lead, nickel, aluminum, titanium. No. Silicon, aluminum, cobalt, bronze, electrum, tungsten carbide. Okay, so there's a whole whack of stuff missing. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to leave this for now. I'm going to fix my signals. Actually, you know, the signals are sort of okay. I can leave them for a little bit. I mean, they're still telling me what I need. So let's see. Saying I need pipes, that is sort of a lie because I don't... Where did the pipes go? Oh, right, I alt-tabbed. So how much pipe do I have? 6K. How much pipes am I saying I need? Where's pipes? There they are. Less than 6K. So signal just not coming over. I think that's a problem. They have no inputs. So you guys need both the red input and the green input. So do red. Make sure I get this right. Which one's the input? Which one's the output? I think the top one is the input. Yeah, it looks right. Yes. Okay, now we need green on top as well. Input signal, 13K iron, 18K steel. That looks about right. I need one of these. You should have green on you as well. And I can just check one. There we go. Okay, that's more like it. So all the iron, all the steel is over here. I've got 18K and 13K. Right, there is no iron, no steel. As far as I only have 13K iron. And I've got a bunch in my inventory, but not that much. Keep two of those. The rest, I don't need sticks. Ooh, we never did sticks. Is it worth shifting something off for that? I mean, that's kind of something that I've got on hand already. Let's do the gold. Gold is sort of a late thing, and it's going to go with some other stuff that I don't have. 4,800 sticks instead of gold. And here come the robots. Okay, so it's saying I need iron. It's saying I need steel. The problem now is that these signal values are actually wrong. Because it's saying like 6K. Okay, so I really need to go fix the signal values. So I think I'm going to do that off camera. And then... why? Oh, that's my file. And then I'm going to have to go up and figure out why this guy keeps looping. That is this guy here who's coming again. So I think I just need to handle the condition. So I'm going to do those two things off camera just because this is getting a little bit ridiculous, too much playing around. I also need to go back to this one. The combinators themselves are okay. But now the way stuff's going to come off these trains is different. So I'm going to need to shift the filters on the cargo wagons, shift the inserters. That's going to shift the output. So basically I need to redo this whole station except for, thankfully, the combinators up here. So yeah, after I do that, then next episode we can finally get to building our transport belt factory. So this has been Nightingale. If you've enjoyed this, please make sure to hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. We'll see you next time.